Hey, what's happening, folks? It's your old buddy Nate. Today we are going to talk about The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste by Ministry. This came out on Sire Records in 1989. Ministry is a one-man industrial project that was basically started by Mr. Al Jourgensen, and he pretty much turned it into a juggernaut of a band that has industrial elements mixing with the heavy metal, hence the industrial metal term. These guys are kind of the godfather of all that. No Ministry, there'd be no Nine Inch Nails. But regardless, this record is excellent. It's got Al Jourgensen and Paul Barker working together, and it's their first full-on collab, and they absolutely are incredible on here. Paul Barker kind of helped with arrangements and songwriting, and was the bassist in a live context. And yeah, amazing, talented combination. Al and Paul together created this masterpiece. Bill Rieflin, the late great, he was in King Crimson for a long time. Fantastic percussionist and drummer. And Chris Connolly of Revolting Cocks, another Al Jourgensen side project, provides vocals on this. It kicks off with the song Thieves. Fast, heavy, aggressive. There's a Full Metal Jacket sample in it. Arlie Ermy. You will not kill, repeated as there's machine gun, palm muted riffing, and burning drumming. After that, we have Burning Inside. Good drum introduction. Heavy as all hell. Just fantastic. Then we have Never Believe. Mr. Connolly, I believe, sings that track. And kind of fast. Almost sounds like a Public Image Limited song. They were actually a big influence on Ministry, PIL. Great band. Then we have Cannibal's Song, which is kind of this slow, plodding, just almost doomy, slow, evil kind of song. Ministry would have more songs like that, only they'd be kind of heavy in their latter part of their career. And yeah. And I forgot to mention, The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste is easily my favorite Ministry album. To me, this is Al and Paul's zenith. This record and Psalm 69 and the first album, The Land of Rape and Honey, to me are the three best things Ministry's ever done. Then we have Breathe, just crushing, smashing, heavy, just creepy and mean. And then after that, we have So What, which is my favorite Ministry song of all time. It's got a slow, kind of groovy element, and then it kicks in with this heavy as hell drum beat and breakdown section. There's almost psychedelic rock tinges to the guitar playing, especially when Ministry would do it live. There's little almost spacey flourishes that make the song cool. And it's actually dead danceable. It's probably the one song on this album where you could, like, hop and pogo, and but let's be honest, it would turn into a mosh real quick. This whole record is total mosh pit material. After that, we have Test, another cool song, kind of spacey, kind of experimental, and then Faith Collapsing and Dream Song, both of which are also on that experimental side. And yeah, this record's amazing, incredibly influential. If you aren't a fan of Ministry, you should. They're a great band. The earlier stuff is definitely more synthy. Here's the back of the album. From what I have read, this is an actual X-ray photo of a human skull, so I always thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, a great band. I've seen Ministry once before at the Ventura Theater at the Majestic, and mind-blowing show. Incredible. Al killed it, and that show is the reason why So What became my favorite song. When they played it live, it was just hairs on the back of your neck stand up. The tour for this record is actually really cool. They put out a live EP called In Case You Don't Feel Like Showing Up, and it also was a home video, and the whole show's been released as this live release called Live Necronomicon. And on it, you actually get Jello Biafra guesting on a few songs. Jello was the lead singer of the Dead Kennedys. He does versions of the band he did with Al called Lard. He does versions of Lard songs. And then Ogre from Skinny Puppy actually guests on a few songs. He does a version of Smothered Hope, I think, on there, which is awesome. Great Skinny Puppy song. And then also you get Martin Atkins on drums along with Bill Rieflin. And fucking amazing drummer. You've heard me gush about Martin Atkins a ton. He's on my favorite Killing Joke records, so I have high opinions of him. But anyway, that's a story for another day. You've heard about me gush about that guy, but Al Jorgensen, big fan of Ministry. They're a great band. Go listen to The Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste. And yeah, hope you all have a good one and that you enjoyed this. And I will see you all next time. Peace!